get ready while I tell you things I really wish I knew before I got my degree in marketing, because a lot of what I learned came after. I graduated in 2023 with my BS in marketing and I minored in management. Now I did the whole thing. I got my certifications, I did my internships. I walked into the industry as a whole thinking it would be one thing. I got hit with reality real quick. So when most people think marketing, they think about brainstorming campaign ideas, building a brand voice, making aesthetic posts, and yeah, it is all of that sometimes, but what they don't tell you is it's also a lot of fixing problems you didn't create and constantly pivoting. Like, I've had days where I was supposed to be updating a website, managing DMs, fixing different flyers because event details have changed, editing content to be posted that day, and then also just like finalizing any sort of social media strategy. And that's done all at once, always before 10 a.m. You will spend a lot of time chasing down assets for social media, fixing other people's mistakes, waiting for your higher ups to approve your social media content, relaying different analytics to shareholders, and you'll spend a lot of time doing all of that than actually creating stuff. The creative part is usually only fun if you can keep up with that operational chaos that's behind it, and nobody really talks about that in college. The next news I'm about to break is literally nobody cares about your GPA. Now, I graduated magna cum laude. I worked hard, I made the dean's list, took all the right classes, did all the right things, and not once has it ever come up in an interview about all of that hard work. Now, the thing that really got me those interviews was my creative portfolio, TikToks I made, and campaigns that I managed in real life. If I could go back, I would definitely spend a lot less time perfecting every assignment and spend a little bit more time actually developing a portfolio. You'll just actually learn way more doing it hands-on and in the real world and having that experience compared to sitting in a classroom, reading a textbook, and learning it that way. Also, like in school, there's only like 1 or 2 classes actually dedicated to social media marketing, and that's pretty much what you'll find in every entry-level job, is that you will be in charge of the social media posts. Literally, I had one job where I managed over 50 different accounts on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Each of these had a different voice, different branding, different strategy, and they all needed constant attention. Not only that, but you also have to stay up to date with different trends. There's the copywriting aspect, the analytics aspect, editing new content, while staying up to date on all the different algorithm changes. There is not one class that will prepare you for your boss to say, "We need a viral reel," and then you have no budget, no footage, and no concept of what they're actually looking for. But trust me, you're gonna wanna spend a lot more time studying CapCut, SEO, learning Canva, while figuring out different email platforms, scheduling platforms, and spend a little bit less time heavily focused in your textbook. So if you're thinking about going into marketing, or you're already in college studying marketing, let this be your sign to get those internships, get those side hustles, get an on-campus job doing content creation, because you are going to want to get gigs that actually matter. I worked on campus and I learned Canva. I worked for 2 different influencers and learned a lot about content creation. And all of these little things is what got my foot through the doors into these interviews, because I started building my portfolio. Also, joining different clubs where you learn how to network and going to events where there's alumni will help you so much. Marketing is one of those industries where it doesn't matter what's on your resume, it's the proof behind it. Now, don't get me wrong, I am still very glad I got my degree. It gave me a really great foundation, but I had wished that I had just learned that it's more so a foundation, and that a lot of what you're gonna learn is through experience. So if you're a marketing student, this is what I'm going to tell you. Start building your portfolio early. Take your internship seriously. Learn tools outside the classroom, and also stop waiting for permission to start doing these things. Literally, just start and do it yourself. Now, I am not making this to scare you at all. Definitely still go into marketing if that's what you want, but just keep these little tips in the back of your head, and let me know if you guys want a part 2 to things I wish I knew before starting my first marketing job.